I just got back from Nerdcore PartyCon, and when I tell you that this was one of the most surreal, exciting, and genuinely unforgettable weekends of my life, I mean it. I'm still trying to fully process everything that's happened. From meeting artists who literally changed my life, to screaming lyrics with a crowd of people who are even bigger nerds than I am. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through every part of my NPC experience. What I did, who I met, how it all went down, and why this con was so special to me. But before I get into it, let me explain real quick what Nerdcore PartyCon even is. In case you've never heard of it, NPC is a 3-day convention that celebrates nerdcore music, which is music inspired by video games, anime, internet culture, and all of that stuff. The whole event is built around the community, live concerts, meet and greets, and a super fun atmosphere where you're constantly surrounded by people who love this genre just as much as you do. Now, before I get into the actual convention, I've got to tell you how I even got tickets, specifically special guest passes. So a few months ago, I was eating at McDonald's with two of my friends, Emily and Chloe. I've mentioned them in a few of my videos in the past. Now, I've been a huge Nerdcore fan my entire life, like since I was a little kid. And around this time, I had been getting non-stop ads for Nerdcore PartyCon. After we finished eating, Emily asked me if I could drop her off at her house. And somewhere during the car ride, I got another ad for NPC, and I started telling her how badly I wanted to go. I then listed off all the artists that were going to be there. Games, JT Music, Rocket Music, and then she hit me with something I did not see coming. She told me that Vinny from Rocket Music is her uncle. Like, what? I straight up screamed so loud that I almost crashed the car. I'm still not over it. I've known Emily for over 5 years and this had never come up. She told me she could probably get me a ticket, especially since my birthday was coming up. She wanted to make it a birthday gift. And since she gets in for free, we could go together. I was absolutely losing it. Then, just a few days before the con, she told me that she also got a ticket for Chloe too. I was literally bouncing off the walls waiting for the con to start. But let me tell you, no matter how excited I was, nothing could have prepared me for how much fun I was actually going to have. For all 3 days of the convention, I decided to wear my Boris cosplay from Bendy and the Ink Machine, which you might have seen in all the pictures I posted earlier. Day 1 of the convention was the kickoff party, which started later in the afternoon. As soon as we got there, we were greeted by Emily's uncle, Vinny, and he immediately pointed out where we could find all the artists. And that's when it hit me. I was about to have the time of my life. I have been to a ton of conventions before, and usually the celebrities are tucked away behind tables where you stand in line hoping to get a picture with them. But this was completely different. All of the artists were just vibing in the same spaces as everyone else. Walking around, chatting, dancing to the music with us. It felt more like a party than it did a con. Right when we walked in, we were handed free stickers and a poster for NPC, which was already super cool. But once the music started, it was next level. I got to see some insanely talented artists like Jake Neutron, Lalia, Connor Quest, Ham Sandwich, Cammy Cat, Kathy Chan, Maguire, and even the creator of Nerdcore himself, MC Frontalot. And the craziest part, artists like The Games, JT Music, and the Stupendium were in the pit with us, just vibing like regular fans. My favorite moment had to have been whenever I was dancing and turned around to film the crowd. Right as I looked to the side, I got jump scared by CG5 standing right next to me. And yes, he is super nice, and way taller than I thought. Like, really tall. The night ended with Silva Hound DJing a set that started a dance circle. I even got to see Emily's dad break dance, which I didn't even know he could do. It was a wild, fun, and unforgettable night. Day 2 was the big concert day, the main event where every guest got to see the core lineup of Nerdcore artists all perform back to back. When we first entered the venue, our original plan was to grab some merch, but the line was insanely long, so we said forget it, and we went straight to the pit to get a good spot, and it paid off. We were almost at the very front, almost touching the gate. The concert itself, absolutely unreal. I got to see such a good lineup of artists. One artist that really surprised me was Cam Steady. I had never listened to him before. I haven't even heard of him before. But after that performance, I am a full-on fan now. Every single song was amazing. And easily one of the highlights of my entire weekend was when the games performed Build Our Machine. I was literally in the crowd in full Boris cosplay screaming every lyric like my life depended on it. The whole concert was incredible from start to finish, and they had a short intermission in the middle which gave us some time to finally grab some merch. And we got to catch up with Emily's mom who was running the merch table. I ended up getting a Join Us for a Bite JT Music shirt, which is right here. So cool! And I got a The Games CD, which has some of my favorite Nerdcore songs of all time. It has Build Our Machine, Get Out, Slave to the Factory Line, and so much more. I love this CD. Then to close out the night, The Living Tombstone came on, and the energy in that room was actually insane. Everyone knew the words, everyone was jumping and dancing. That was the moment I realized I found my people. I had never been in a room with that many nerds. It felt amazing. And the best part came right after the concert. Vinny came up to us and asked us if we wanted to go on stage. Obviously, we said yes. After most of the crowd had cleared out, he brought us up and let us stand where all of the artists had just performed. It was surreal. And then it got even better. We got to go backstage and actually meet all of the artists. I'm not exaggerating when I say it felt like my entire playlist was standing in one room. I met so many of my favorite creators. These are the people I met. The Games, The Living Tombstone, The Stupendium, JT Music, Longest Solo Ever, CG5, CK9C, Oreo, Asterisk, and every other artist on this list. I even got to meet the creator of Indigo Park, Unique Geese, and the voice actor for Rambly. Lastly, day 3, the big meet and greet and cosplay contest day. And honestly, it was the perfect day to end the weekend. The day was split into 2 sections. For the first half, one group of artists were at the signing table, and in the second half, they swapped out with the rest. This is another thing I love about NPC. At literally every other convention I've ever been to, autographs and pictures costed so much money. But here, everything was completely free. No charge for the pictures, no charge for the signatures. To me, that says everything. It shows to me that the artists at NPC care way more about connecting with the fans than they do about making a quick buck. Chloe actually said it the best. She said, maybe sometimes it's a good thing to meet your heroes. We spent hours in those lines and got so many signatures. Remember that free NPC poster from day 1? I got it signed by almost every artist, and I even got my backpack signed by all of my favorites. It was incredible. After all of that, it was time for the cosplay contest. I signed up in my Boris cosplay and honestly did not expect to place at all. But then something wild happened. I ran into 3 other people who were also cosplaying Bendy and the Ink Machine characters, and we decided to enter as a group, and even came up with a little skit. The Alice and Sammy cosplayers would chase me as Boris and the guy that was playing Henry on stage, and we would run around and cower in fear. Here's a video of that.
Hey, ZackBinspinn, Bex, I'm gonna conduct this interview from back here, y'all.
Emily and Chloe also cosplayed. Emily was Link from Zelda and Chloe was Ballora from FNAF. After everyone finished, me and the other Bendy cosplayers, which we called the Bendy crew, found out that we made the top 3 and got to go back on stage. Unfortunately, we did not win first place. But the winner had this insanely cool handmade Spring Bonnie cosplay. So I totally get it. Major props to him. Just for placing, we got a little NPC merch prize bag. I got a shirt with the set list on it, which I'm wearing right now. I also got this hat, some pins, and a bunch of stickers. I also met some really cool people during the contest, like 2 Lethal Company cosplayers and a fursuiter named Leaf. Leaf, if you're watching this, you were so sweet. It was awesome meeting you. After the cosplay contest wrapped up, we went to check out the second wave of artists. About 30 minutes in, Emily's dad pulled us aside and said that he got us food. So we went backstage and ate with Vinny and the rest of Emily's family. Once we finished eating, I still had a few more artists that I wanted to meet, So while Emily and Chloe took a break, I ran back for one last round of signatures. Eventually, the convention started winding down, and we regrouped backstage to wait until it was time to leave. But before we walked out of the doors, I had one final idea. Remember the NPC hat that I won during the cosplay contest? I wanted to get it signed by only two artists, JT Music and The Games, the two artists that originally got me into Nerdcore. So I tracked them down backstage, and they were both super kind and signed it for me. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. It's very dark in here. Oh my gosh. Let me turn up my computer brightness so you can see this. Look at this. After a little bit more waiting, we were finally ready to leave. But right before we walked out, I realized I forgot one signature on my poster, CKC9. And without missing a beat, Emily's aunt, Vinny's wife, offered to get it signed for me at the after party. Just earlier today, my sister picked it up for me, fully signed. Plus, Emily's family gave me a Rocket Music shirt and some Rocket glasses, which I have right here. Here is the shirt. Super cool. It even has this awesome rocket design on the back. And then they got me the red and purple glasses. I'm definitely going to be rocking purple for my goat Vinny. It's hard to put into words just how much I'm going to miss Nerdcore PartyCon. I think the reason that Nerdcore PartyCon hit so hard wasn't just because of the lineup, which was incredible, or because we got special passes, which was awesome, or even because of the insane performances and skits and costumes, which I'll never forget. It hit because it reminded me of what this community is really about. It's about passion. Everyone, from the artists to the fans to the amazing volunteers, was there because this music means something to them. What really made this weekend unforgettable though was the people. The artists who treated us like equals, the friends I cosplayed and laughed with, the strangers who instantly felt like family, and especially Emily and her family, who made all of this even possible for me. I walked into this con as just a fan, but leaving I felt like I was a part of something even bigger. I learned that this genre isn't just about nerdy lyrics or good beats, it's about the community and the people. And walking away from that, I don't feel sad that it was over. I feel grateful that it happened. Nerdcore PartyCon wasn't just the best convention I've ever gone to, it was the best experience of my entire life, and it's something I'll carry with me for a long, long time. I wanted to give a huge, sincere thank you to Emily's entire family for everything they did to make this weekend so special. Emily, thank you so much for inviting me in the first place, for getting me a ticket and making it a birthday gift that I will never, ever forget. To Emily's aunts and uncles, thank you so much for always checking in on us, making sure we were having fun, and treating us with so much kindness. Your energy helped make the weekend so much fun. To Emily's parents, thank you so much for driving us back and forth each night, being super nice and welcoming, and making me feel so included like I was a part of the family. And an extra special thanks to Mr. Lopez for holding my hot dog every time we took pictures. You had to be there.
Here's Emily.
Just finish your hot dog.
And of course to Vinny, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for organizing what was hands down the best convention and experience of my life. Thank you for giving us special guest passes and making sure that we had the most unforgettable weekend possible. Thank you all so much, and I cannot wait until next year. To everyone watching this video, I hope to see you at NPC 2026. Trust me, it is worth it.